As you've just seen on a time lapse, I've been cutting down some of the herbs from the little herb station in the garden, and I've bagged them up here. I'm going to sort of strip them off of the stalks, and I may leave half of them to dry and put half of them in the freezer. I'll let you know how I get on. You know me, anything to save a little penny or two, you know, everything helps, doesn't it, guys? Everything helps. Beautiful day, sat outside, enjoying life with Elsie. All my herbs in here. I've only got the large bags, otherwise I would have used smaller ones, but you know, I've got plenty of them, so it doesn't really matter. So what I've done is I've separated the ones that I want to dry and the ones that I want to freeze. So these are the ones that I want to dry. This is thyme, and these are the ones that I want to freeze. I'm going to write what they are on it now. This is coriander. This one's going to be dried. This one's going to go into the freezer. So I'm just going to write on it what it is. I use a lot of fresh herbs in cooking anyway, because I love cooking. But also with things like, it's not, I hate to say it, we've only just started summer, but you know, 21st of June has gone, so it's going to start getting a little bit darker every day, and yeah, I'll be thinking of stews and soups soon, so I'm just preparing myself. And then here I have got basil. There's my other basil. That's what I'm going to dry. This is what I'm going to freeze. And here I've got chives. That one's going in the freezer, that one's going to be dried. Alright, so I've got thyme, I've got coriander, got basil, oops, and I've got chives. They are all going to go into the freezer. The others are going to be dried. And what I do is I just lay them on a little bit of kitchen towel, put another sheet of kitchen towel on the top, microwave it about 40 seconds, check it, maybe another 10 seconds, and they're dry. I'll show you. Put these into the freezer. Now, I'm just going to put them up there where I've got a little bit of room. And then I'll sort them out a bit more later on. For now, they can sit there nicely. Okay, piece of kitchen towel, and this is the thyme. Spread it out a little bit like this. Another piece of kitchen towel over the top. Pop it in the microwave. I'm going to give it maybe 30 seconds to 40 seconds. Right, they need a little bit longer. Right, these have actually now had 50 seconds in the microwave. Now the bit of tissue underneath, that will be damp now because it's taken all the moisture out. But look, you can see how dry that is, and listen. So that's nice and dry now. So what I'm going to do with this, pop a little bit of tissue at the bottom, just in case there is any more moisture, but there shouldn't be. Okay, and then just put the thyme into this pot. There we go. And then I'm going to just pop this lid on, but I'm not pressing it down completely. So for the next couple of days, I will leave this out just so that the air gets in there and continues to dry it out even more. And I'm going to label it up now. Right, so I've just labelled that up with what it is and the day. This is going to go into the pantry, so you know it'll be okay. It's not like this is going to get wet and come off or anything. But as I say, you're just keeping a little bit open so that the air can continue just to get in there, because it's only just been done. And now I'm going to repeat with the others. So piece of tissue. Right, this is the basil that I'm doing now. So in exactly the same way, lay the basil out. That can go in the bin. I don't really want to use this tissue again because I don't want it to take on any of the flavours from the other herbs. Smells delicious. All that lovely fresh basil smell. It's lovely. Here we go. As before, lay a little bit of kitchen towel back into the dish. And look, you can hear, let me listen again. So I tend to put things in here for about sort of 30 to 40 seconds, knowing it probably won't quite be enough. But, you know, just sort of go back in maybe 10, 20 second intervals. But that's the basil there. So pop the lid on that. Once again, little tiny bit open at the corner. And pop my little label on. Coriander. Right, the coriander, I've given that 50 seconds straight off. No, it's just doesn't need any more. So again, and into there. Lid on with the little corner lifted up. Last but not least, didn't use that one, did I? So this is going to be the chives. I mean, you can do this in many different ways. It depends how patient or impatient you are, I guess. But you know, sometimes I do cut the herbs off and let them hang to dry. But I do find then sometimes as they dry, sort of bits fall down. I'm forever cleaning it up. So to do it this way is just a lot quicker. But you don't have to do it this way, obviously. Let's have a look and see what these are like. Now these are going to take longer. These are still actually quite wet. Pop it back in again. Okay, I'm going to give it another 10. Almost done. Look. But you're not hearing that crunch, but they have dehydrated a lot. Listen. So they're a lot drier. So I'm just going to leave, because I don't want to risk burning them. So I'm just going to let them finish drying off in here, which they will do anyway. So that's the chives in there. Pop the lid on that. Leave just a tiny bit open for the air to circulate. Right, so they're all done now. So I've got the basil in here. So say it's not completely sealed down. Little gap. I've got the thyme in here. I've got coriander in here and the chives in here. I'm just going to leave them in the kitchen today, not put them in the pantry until tomorrow, so there's a little bit more air circulating around. So just going to sort of sit them up here. And the bags that I used, I literally turn them inside out. They've only had the herbs in, so I'll just wipe them down, leave them out, and just so that they can air off a little bit, and just reuse them. So, you know, I just think if you're growing your herbs, just don't let them go to waste. It's a shame, it's sort of a crime, isn't it, really, to leave them to go to waste and just sort of go to seed. But now I cut them back, they just start to grow again, and then the whole process goes round and round and round and round. Hope you've enjoyed this little sort of how I manage my herbs, and obviously I do have to buy some from time to time, but the ones that I grow in the garden, I do try to utilise them. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you feel like subscribing to my channel, I'd really appreciate it. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye for now. I've just wiped these, turned them inside out, gave them a wipe, and just sort of pegged them out here for just a little while, just sort of 10 minutes or so, just to dry off.